High Mountain Tauren, they are in fact getting some additional customization options in this patch. So there you go. It's just that thing of, for many of the game's allied races, they were cool and new when they came out. They often cases didn't come out with a massive amount of customization options, but they did have cool new ones. Yeah. But then when the base races got updated, well, some of the allied races just didn't really feel as good anymore. Yeah, they were both Lightforged players. We felt that.
I felt so hard done by,
Yeah. So there you go. And then in terms of customizations, you got fur color, horn styles, accessories, colors, hairstyles, sideburns, hair decorations, beards, headdresses, necklaces, piercings, facial jewelry, tail style, and tail accessories. Then for the Lightforged Draenei, I think there's pretty big news for us. Maybe, it might not be news, but there is a Talbot mount that is very much Lightforged Draenei themed. This has been data mined. We do not 100% know what this is, but I mean, compare it to the heritage armor appearance of the Lightforged Draenei, and it's the same thing. Yeah. So I don't know how we're going to get this, but I imagine we'll get it. I guess actually, is that just like their paladin mount in the way? Isn't it? If you're a Dark Iron dwarf paladin, you get their pretty freaking cool looking mount.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. I just have one problem.
Oh,
it won't fly. Why? Why are you giving us mounts that don't fly? We can fly.
Oh, are you? Yeah. So you're advocating for like the FF rules where just everything can fly. That's that.
I would advocate for those, but in this specific instance, I would just be advocating for give me something that can fly. Because I kind of like the separation, but it doesn't like thematically. Because just saying like a wolf fly would be a bit. I guess. I mean, it works fine in FF, so reasonably it would work fine here. But I'm just kind of annoyed that I won't be able to use this. Because most places I go in the game, I fly. So, I'm happy I've got mounts that I like, but won't be able to use that one in any reasonable sense.
I suppose that is a thing that happens with mounts in the game. I'm a bit more interested in the flying mounts because I kind of know that those are more useful to my character.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, there is, I think, a world where they can expand the mount equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know, some special friggin' horseshoes that give the mount, a kind of, even a spell effect that just happens underneath the mount as you run through the air. So it looks like it's running in something.
Exactly like the Paladin Order Hall ones. Where they don't fly.
Or the store mounts. Some of the store mounts inexplicably just spawn wings whenever they fly, but others just do sort of run in air.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Paladin ones literally just run on air. And there's like golden light colored like hoof marks where they run, and it's perfect.
Well, you see, maybe Blizzard think that should be reserved for store mounts.
It's
not always like that, but it's like that. It's a 100% done deal. Even if a store mount looks like a ground mount, that it will be able to fly. That's just how store mounts work. It's not like that for the in-game mounts as much. So I think, that probably would be a good option. Just to help people always use the mount they want.
Yep.
Either that, or if they could do some sort of because I know you can do this with a macro, probably, but if they have an official support for if you have 2 slots and 1 hotkey, and into those slots you drag a flying mount and a ground mount, and then that's just your mount hotkey, and depending on if you're in a flying area or a ground area, it will always use the appropriate mount. Maybe something like that would be an okay option. But generally, I just advocate for massively expanding the mount equipment system and turning mount equipment away from a system kind of designed to solve, people are always going to use the water strider.
Yeah.
For that, that's the mount equipment's a very defensive design.
Yeah.
It's not a very aggressive, here's some cool new shit for you to get and unlock and be excited about. It's just solving a few problems of balancing the mounts. I think it would be interesting if we had a new version of mount equipment that was just a lot more engaging, and perhaps some of your criticisms could be met with that. Certainly, though, I'll say it's a very nice mount.
Looks alright.
Sticking with the Draenei, we have the new Zone of Eridath.
Wow, a new zone of World of Warcraft.
Wow, it used to be called Macari. Now it's called Eridath because Macari sounds pretty similar to McCree, sort of. Basically, there's a character, Jacera or something of Macari, that was a reference to Jesse McCree. Jesse McCree is one of the Blizzard employees who, in the recent scandal, has no longer has a job at Blizzard, and is being removed in terms of references from all of the Blizzard games, including the Overwatch character McCree. Now, for Overwatch, that's probably going to mean a lot of re-recording dialogue and stuff, and I would wonder for World of Warcraft, how are they going to do that? Because Macari is said a few times by those voice actors. Now, are they really going to get all those voice actors back and re-record their lines? Because that's one option. Another option would be to like remove lines, or, you know, even, I mean, I don't really know how you can do that without a bunch of extra work.
I guess they just sort of do it all remotely, hopefully.
I guess so, yeah.
But
They probably have, you know, struck up some sort of contract where, you know, if they need amends from a voice, they can probably request them in a reasonable period of time.
And I also imagine that, like, even aside from any contract, if someone reached out and said, "Hey, do you mind? We'll throw you a little bit of money to re-record these, like, you know, Velen, for example, record a couple lines," I'm sure that voice actor would be like, "Sure." You know, they're like, "Why? What's the reason?"
Who was it? NASA in chat said they are recording the line back. They said it. So there you go.
Yeah. Which leads me to one question. Will they redo the Lightforged Draenei joke? The
What's
one that
that
goes, "Have you seen Prophet Velen's new dance?" He calls it the Macarena.
They're going to need to write a new joke. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, dear. You know what? I'm actually going to say, now that I'm actually just looking at the jokes and flirts, I wanted to say it, right? You know, given how they've renamed some achievements, I feel
Rose before ho-ho-hos.
Yeah, I feel like these flirts might be in the kind of in the realm of being changed eventually.
I don't think they should.
I don't think not
no way should
fantastic.
The flirts are funny.
They're incredibly good, yeah.
They're obviously jokes.
They're so good.
So they shouldn't be renamed.
Yeah, I agree. But
I think we'll be going a bit too far to do that. So anyway, there's Eridath. There's that change, and yeah, here it is on the map. So there's that. Right, moving on.
Oh, that's gonna be so confusing for someone who doesn't follow World of Warcraft news in any capacity. But they played back in Legion. They log in, and they just open the map, and they're like, "Is that? That wasn't called that."
Yeah, and then they listen back to the voice lines. Like they're like, I could have sworn this was different. Yeah.
Oh god, just gaslight their players like.
Then we've got 3 new Void Elf colors added to the 9.1.5 PTR. So there you go. And I guess, grats, they're not called High Elves, but they basically are High Elves, and now you can have them in the Alliance. So I think it's a victory for those players who I think still might link that Ian interview to have a laugh at. It's funny comparing the Ian interview that was like giving the firm no on High Elves to it's just funny compared to how it's went now.